This is Basketball Infinite. Make sure to like and subscribe and ring that bell for notifications because we are continuing with our Michael Jordan series. We are now in December 2000. We've got a couple of games against the Miami Heat. They pretty much destroy us in the first one behind 23 from Jamal Mashburn. As you can see here, we are currently third in the East behind the Knicks and the Bucks. And the Blazers, led by Scottie Pippen, actually lead the league with the highest NBA record. The Nuggets have done pretty good in this sim. They made the playoffs last year, and then the Golden State Warriors are currently the worst team in the league. I am certainly glad MJ didn't go there, but we just lost by 39. In a rematch with the Heat, we could do absolutely nothing to stop Alonzo Mourning. You see our target list here. Steve Francis and Paul Pierce are at the top of that. Here we are playing the Dallas Mavericks with Dirk, Mike Miller, and Steve Nash, and they edge us. Not quite close enough for me to jump in. Michael Jordan does have 34, but look at Steve Nash with 40 points and 5 assists, and maybe in the simulation he ends up staying with Dallas. We have a game against the Pacers where we lose by a good amount, and Jalen Rose is the leading scorer for the Pacers, and next thing you know, we have suddenly lost 4 games in a row, and we have another tough game against one of the best teams in the East, led by Ray Allen with the Milwaukee Bucks, and we don't do too well against them either, and Michael Jordan is held to just 13 points, so he's having some rookie struggles. But all things considered, I'm pretty pleased. We are going to jump into our first game, which is against the Cleveland Cavaliers. And this team is, I believe, 13-8 at this point, so they've actually done better than expected. We skip to the score tied 103-103 with 11 seconds left. They're trying to get Andre Miller the last shot, and can he do it? He gets an open three-pointer to his teammate, and MJ goes for the three-quarters court shot for the win, but he doesn't get it. He currently has 27, and the Cavs are led by Bob Sura with 24 points. We are now in overtime. Michael Jordan, game tied 103-103. Bob Sura can do absolutely nothing to stop him, but Zadrunas probably fouls him, and they don't call it, but they do call it that time. The Bulls are currently down 1 with just over 4 minutes left in overtime, and MJ does make the game-tying free throw. Here we have Kukoc guarding a Cavs defender, and Birdman Anderson with the beautiful block. MJ gets the ball, passes to Jeff McInnis, and McInnis makes a clutch shot. The Bulls are now up 107-105, and MJ, you cannot stop that. Bob Sura, see you later. But he comes back on the other end and hits a 3 to cut the Bulls' lead to 1. We've got just over 3 minutes left. MJ passes it back to Jeff McInnis. McInnis at the top of the key. MJ has the ball against Sura. He drives to his left, but the Cavs are doing a good job on defense. They've hung tough in this game, and they are trying to have a big win on the road, and they hold Elton Brand to a long shot, but MJ gets the offensive rebound and puts it back in. So the Bulls are currently up 3. We've got the ball down in the paint with Kukoc guarding the defender, and he misses. Birdman gets the rebound. MJ in transition is near impossible to stop, but the Cavs somehow do stop him, but he can't stop Elton Brand from a wide open layup. We're now at 113-108. MJ's driving again. Bob Sura, good luck with that, buddy. You are not stopping MJ on that play. We're now under 2 minutes remaining, and Andre Miller misses the mid-range. MJ's in transition again. He's trying to get a bucket. Oh, me. Holy moly. Andre Miller just got put on a poster that people are going to be talking about the next 20 years in 2021. So, it's currently 117-108. Andre Miller, he makes a mid-range jumper here. Definitely an underrated point guard, and they're in our division, so we're going to be playing them a lot. Still, we get a huge win, end our losing streak, and we have a game against the Spurs where we actually win on the road shockingly. Then we play the Pelicans where we win by 15. The Pelicans are still in a lot of trouble. Derek Anderson's their best player. This one surprised me too. I thought this was a game I was definitely going to have to jump against the Rockets on the road, but we actually win by 18, and MJ has 34. We do have our first pretty big injury. Ron Artest with right knee tendonitis is out 2 to 4 weeks, so we're going to have to win some games without him. And the next one we're going to jump into is once again against Vince Carter and the Raptors. There's 2 minutes left. I noticed that Michael Jordan is not on the floor, and I'm wondering why that is. Well, he actually fouled out. So we're going to have to win this game against the Raptors without our best player on the floor. And the Raptors hit a mid-range jump shot pretty quickly to cut the lead to 1, but Brand gets fouled on a layup attempt. He makes 1 of 2 free throws. Vince Carter has the ball against Tony Kukoc, just over a minute remaining. He's trying to drive to the rim, and great defense by Kukoc to stop the superstar Vince Carter, and a full court pass to Jeff McInnis actually is on the money, and McInnis hits a clutch shot. He's hit a couple of clutch shots for us. So we're now at 40 seconds remaining. We're trying to put this game away without MJ. I give the ball to Elton Brand, and Elton Brand shows why he is the most promising young big man in the league. And our next game is against New Jersey. It's one I almost jump in, but we are able to edge out the win despite 31-8 from Stephon Marbury. And we are playing Grant Hill and the Detroit Pistons next. And our winning streak comes to an end as they defeat us by 15. I believe on the day after Christmas, if I can see. Anyways, close enough. So next game we're jumping into is against the reigning champion New York Knicks on December 28th, 2000. Allen Houston's pretty much carrying this team in this game, and it's working because they're up 5. MJ needs to hit a big free throw to cut the lead to 4, and he does not. It's 86-81. Allen Houston, he is money for mid-range. The Knicks are at the top of the league right now for a reason, and Allen Houston is one of those reasons. His reputation in this sim has already improved leaps and bounds considering he was the 2000 Finals MVP. So you've got 2 superstars basically going up against each other, and we definitely need some defensive big man help. That's one thing I've noticed that this team has struggled with, is when it comes to defending the paint. Although Birdman and Brand, that goes well together, they're promising, but not so much on defense. And this is a big play here because Allen Houston, despite having 30 points, fouls out of the game, and we can cut this lead, but MJ is missing some free throws, still having some rookie struggles, although at one point he was 4th in the MVP voting, so I wouldn't say those struggles are too bad. And here's Marcus Camby with the dunk on Birdman. It's 94-84. MJ driving. He passes the ball out to McInnis. He gets the ball to Birdman. McInnis has the ball again. We're trying to figure out what to do. Elton Brand with an open mid-range shot. Birdman gets the rebound but misses the easy attempt again after 2 offensive rebounds. And the Knicks hit another shot to put them up 12, but MJ, with him anything is possible, and no lead is too big for MJ. It's 96-86. We get a chance here. Marcus Camby misses a shot. MJ's driving. He's got an open lane, but this is great defense right here, and he is stripped by Charlie Ward, who I believe, if I'm not mistaken, made an all-defensive team last year, so I'm not too surprised by that. The lead is 96-88, and Marcus Camby, this possession right here just shows how strong this Knicks team is right now, and it was pretty much the dagger in the heart for us, and we lost 104-94 despite 34 from MJ. But we do beat the Hawks next game with another 30-plus point game from Michael Jordan, and we're sitting pretty. Michael Jordan 4th in the MVP voting. I think I said that earlier in the video. I was planning on showing it then, but whatever. It wasn't too long after. We lose another game to the Mavs. This Mavs team is very, very dangerous moving forward with Steve Nash, Mike Miller, and Dirk. That is a nasty core going forward for Dallas. We lose to the Sonics on the road, and I actually notice something that could be dangerous. Michael Jordan is injured. However, it's only a bruised left heel. He's only out a week or 2. That's not too bad. We can handle that. And even without MJ, we beat the worst team in the league, the Clippers. behind 19 points from Rajah Bell, who we haven't seen much of, maybe because he's playing the same position as Jordan. Hopefully we'll see more of him soon. But without Jordan, we couldn't beat Penny Hardaway and the Suns. No can do against the Kings. We lost by 5 to them, although Tony Kukoc had a nice game. Now we're playing the Pacers for an interconference game. The score remains somewhat close early on, but the Pacers eventually pull away behind a great game from Jalen Rose. So, Michael Jordan has returned. A small trade. Kenny Anderson from the Celtics was traded to the Orlando Magic to get some point guard help for that team. And since we've started December, we've definitely been up and down. It's either been a winning streak or a losing streak. And I'm actually surprised we didn't have to jump in against the Pistons, where we won by 23. A lot of these games we're simming are really surprising me in terms of some of these games we're winning. So we jump into a game against the Spurs, who are in pretty big trouble because Tim Duncan and David Robinson are both out nearly 2 months with injuries. But still, this team has a lot of veterans, but we definitely need this win to continue establishing ourselves. Michael Jordan has the ball at the top of the key, and he tries a layup but misses. It's 95-95 when Latrell Sprewell, who is looking like a great addition for the Spurs team right now considering the injuries to Duncan and Robinson, he hits an incredible layup, and then the Spurs hit another layup to push their lead to 3. They're playing good defense on Michael. He can't make it. And then Avery Johnson misses this floater. We get a chance to cut the lead. MJ's driving, but Latrell Sprewell with some great defense. But MJ does find McInnes, who hits another clutch shot. He is hitting some shots when necessary. MJ gets fouled on this attempt to the basket. He hits the first free throw. He needs to hit this free throw to push the lead, and the Bulls do take the lead. So, that is a weak foul call. I can't believe that was called. We've got the score tied at 100. McInnes is at the top. He passes the ball to Birdman, and Birdman makes a costly turnover. That's Sprewell, not Avery Johnson. But Sprewell drives to the basket and puts his team up 2. MJ's trying to tie the game. What a shot. There's nothing to say when it comes to some of these plays. They're just incredible. But the Spurs are running some picks, and Sprewell gets an open layup with 2 minutes left. He has 19 in the game. MJ's trying to make something happen. He does. He gets to go to the free throw line. His team is down 1. He needs to hit this. He does. It's 104-104, but Avery Johnson gets an open layup, but he blows it. MJ passes up to Artest, who passes back to Elton Brand, and Chicago takes the lead with 1.5 minutes remaining, but then Avery Johnson gets a wide open layup blowing past Elton Brand. MJ has the ball, 1:15 left. He's driving to the right. He's trying to get around his defender, but they're defending him well. He passes the ball to Jeff McInnes, who passes it down low to Elton Brand, trying to make something happen. Great defense by, I believe, Malik Rose. And then Avery Johnson blows right past McInnes to give the Spurs the lead. There's 40 seconds left. MJ tries to make magic happen. It does not. The Spurs could make this a 2-possession game, and Avery Johnson puts a dagger in the heart of Bulls fans. And then MJ tries to cut the lead, and he does not, and they lose. However, the next game against the New Jersey Nets, they do win behind 36-6-3 from MJ. Here's our next game we're going to jump into against the Wizards. There is 54.4 seconds left. It's a 109-107 game. And this Wizards team actually has an above 500 record right now, led by Richard Hamilton and Juwan Howard, which is a bit surprising to me because I don't think they did that well in real life, considering they got the number 1 pick that year in 2001. But look at Juwan Howard making a huge shot to tie the game with just over 20 seconds left, but MJ gets a wide open lane for a dunk. It's 111-111. Jeff McInnes is guarding Troy Hudson, and Troy Hudson blows right past him to tie the game. But MJ gets the ball back. He's driving straight to the rim. He gets fouled by, I believe, Isaac Austin. and MJ does make both of his free throws, and Washington does not have a timeout, so they have to make something happen. There's 5 seconds left. MJ is guarding Richard Hamilton. Hamilton can't go anywhere. He forces the long three. It rims out. Chicago wins. This was a big one. Here's a somewhat big trade. Arvydas Sabonis is actually traded to the Suns for Clifford Robinson, who I believe played for the Blazers at one point. MJ leads. Actually, they lost to the Hawks. And now we've got another game against the Warriors, which should be an easy win considering they're 9-34. But we're actually down one with 4:30 remaining. And this is definitely a must-win considering this team just is not very good. They have Ben Wallace, but this isn't Pistons Ben Wallace. This is 77 overall Ben Wallace. He's probably still good on defense, but I'm not too scared of him. Here MJ gets fouled by Eric Dampier, and he's trying to get the Bulls firmly still in the game. He missed the first, makes the second. It's 83-83. MJ trying to drive, but Ben Wallace with the good defense. Elton Brand passes it back out to Jeff McInnes, who passes it over to Michael Jordan, who attempts a three that rims out, but Birdman gets the rebound. He's been getting some great offensive rebounds so far. So Michael Jordan gets to try and make something happen again. He misses, but Birdman gets another rebound. There's just under 3:30 remaining. MJ's trying to make something happen again. We give it to Ron Artest. We give it to Birdman. He deserves a chance considering all the rebounds he's gotten. He gets another one. I mean, this is like the longest offensive possession I've ever seen on 2K. McInnes gives the ball out to Brand, who gives the ball to Jordan. Jordan takes a mid-range jump shot. It's not going in. But we do get the ball back with just under 3 minutes remaining, but Jordan is clearly fatigued. You can see that red bar. But he does get fouled. They're in the bonus. And Jordan makes one of two. He's got to work on making all of his free throws. But he gets another chance here where he gets the blow right past Speedy Claxton. And he does make both of his free throws there to make it a 3-point game with 2 minutes remaining. Golden State misses an easy shot there. And MJ is driving to the basket. Attempts a hard shot. Listen, if you know anything about 2K, when they do that behind the head shot or whatever you want to call it, you can pretty much guarantee it's going out. But still, MJ gets the and one shot here. Golden State actually didn't even score during the whole time we were playing this, so we went on a 9-0 run. And that's good because this would have been a really bad loss for us. So we've got a couple of games left in this video. We've got the Vancouver Grizzlies, who have a winning record, but we beat them by 17 at home, and I believe Ron Artest might have scored a career-high 24 points so far in his career. Look at Michael Olowokandi with 26, 5, and 4. Finally, I've been really wanting to play the Sixers, but I've been surprised. I think we're like 3-0 against them. We've done pretty well. I mean, I guess Iverson doesn't really have much help other than himself, like he kind of did in real life, but here's the end of this video. We're currently 4th in the East. It's better than I expected. Like, I will take it. Finally, we're going to look at some trades. Joe Smith is on our trade radar. He was one of our targets. And the Timberwolves want Tony Kukoc for him, who I'm not going to give up. Joe Smith and Birdman would be good center depth, but I just think Kukoc is too important to this roster to give him up right now, with his three-point ability and winning experience. I checked for Paul Pierce and what's his name? Steve Francis. Yeah, I checked for both of them and they weren't available. I'm not surprised. One surprising thing I saw, as you saw in here, Michael Jordan is actually second in the Rookie of the Year voting right now, which is surprising. I'm probably not trading Artest, but I wanted to see if there were any trades available. There weren't. We had this interesting trade offer for Tony Kukoc, getting former Bull Dennis Rodman and a 2005 unprotected first-round pick. That could be valuable down the road. However, the thing is, we're winning now this year, and I trust that we can make something happen in the playoffs. The other trade I considered was for Darryl Armstrong, who would be an upgrade at the point guard position over McInnes, and we are definitely going to need an upgrade at that position eventually. However, again, I just think Kukoc is too important right now unless we get an incredible offer. But it's been good for MJ, man. We're going to go into February 2001 next. I'm really excited to see what he can do. This has been a better than expected start. There's been some hiccups, but I'm excited about the future of this team. Brand Artest and Jordan is looking to be a very good young core. Can we compete this year? You know what, with Michael Jordan, anything's possible. But we'll see. Tune in next time to see what happens next.